As you can see, right there he hit him with the left and a right bang bang butter. Booka baka booka bika baka bika.
Caged Aggression 22 continues, and making his way down to the Caged Aggression octagon is Tremiere Hollie, 5'5", 145 pounds, fighting out of Peoria, Illinois, and Central Illinois Combat Club. He enters tonight's action with a win-loss record of 3 wins versus 8 losses.
I'm excited for this, man. You know, Caleb Gall's done some training with the Big Five guys and Summit guys. And that's just, with these guys' stature, man, that's just a lot of muscle that's about to be in this cage, man, and a lot of explosion. I'm pumped, you know what I mean? I go ahead and say a lot of first-round action. That's my call.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, if you look at this fight on paper, you could expect that this could be the fight of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking with Tremiere before the fight, he made sure to say that he didn't have any trouble cutting weight, had a real smooth camp. That has to be pretty relaxing coming into a fight, knowing that, you know, your weight cut wasn't bad, your camp has been strong. You have to be walking in with a whole lot of confidence.
Stress-free, JD, stress-free. You know, when you can just worry about the fight, it's easy. That's when it becomes easy, you know what I mean? It's when you balance life and the fight game, it's when it gets a little difficult.
And the weight cutting game.
Yeah.
You know, you cut a lot of weight, that becomes the fight in itself. And then once you complete that weight cut and you get off the scale, you take a big deep breath, sometimes you think the fight might be over then. And
it's far from over. Gall, here we go.
Yes, and making his way to the Caged Aggression octagon is Caleb Gall, 5'6", 145 pounds, fighting out of Wapello, Iowa, and Summit Training Center. He enters tonight's action with a win-loss record, win-loss record of 1 win versus 4 losses.
Yeah, so what's his record again?
1-4.
All right. Yeah, no, I'm pumped for this. You know, Caleb, I said Summit, man, and he's done once again, as of yesterday, one, like I said yesterday, major thing I appreciate and I'm proud of these fighters when they're willing to travel, step outside of their comfort zone, you know, especially when they're traveling half hour, 45 hour, you know what I mean, to get to the gym, to get these rounds in with these better guys. You know, that's when it really shows how much you want it, how much you're willing to go work for it, you know what I mean? So I'm pumped to see him fight, man.
Yeah, and 1-4 in his first 5 fights, you know, that's he's obviously trying to change something and try to better himself, you know, and he's taking that step and jumping up north to the Quad Cities and trying to get some good training and trying to improve himself, you know, and that's where all the amateur ranks are for, you know, to improve and to get better and to get used to being in the cage and things like that. He's doing the right things.
I think almost all 5 of those are from so the win is from Anthony Driver, and those other losses might be Caged Aggression losses. So I mean,
right.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 4th bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Amateur Featherweight Division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighed in at 144 pounds. He trains at the Central Illinois Combat Club and is sponsored by the Kickapoo Creek Winery. Joining us from Peoria, Illinois, Tremiere Hollie. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 142 pounds. He trains at the Summit Training Center and is sponsored by All Time Fitness, S&J Construction, and Full Tilt Fowlers. Joining us from Wapello, Iowa, Caleb Gall.
Tremiere Hollie in the red corner, Caleb Gall in the blue corner. Your referee for tonight's action is the boss, Bruce Allen. Jeremy J.D. Dorsey here on commentary along with Zach Mickelwright and Sean West. Let's watch some fights.
Man, first glance at these guys, you think they're competing in a physique competition.
Right.
Yeah, intensity's pretty high just from the stare down. Here it goes, though. We got a southpaw, we got a right-hander. Once again, man, that battle of the foot is everything. I see Caleb trying to earn it.
Just initial thoughts, both guys look really comfortable.
Very calm, very collected.
Both from solid camps, you know what I mean? So when you put those people around you like that, and you embrace the grind in that manner, you really become comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I always say the winner is usually the guy who is uncomfortable the most during training camp, you know, because he's able to handle that and get through that. I really like to see MMA guys take the power down a little bit. You know, they're so one strike, man. After doing boxing for so long, man, you learn the setups. You know, you got to set things up just a little bit more. You know, jab, jab, big power, or jab, jab, kick. You know, or jab, cross, kick. You know, and you got to load that power up, man. I see a lot of guys just 1, 2, 1. You know, just 1. You know what I mean? Like, that's why you see Frankie Edgar and fighters like that excel so well, because they can punch in combos. They can close transition. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, and even if they don't have a whole lot of power, you throw 4, 5, or 6, you know, if the 5th or 6th punch lands that's unexpected, it's going to hit like a power punch.
Yeah, exactly. Jab, jab, kick right there. Caleb did a good job. You just got to make sure he makes contact with that. But yeah, Zach, I mean, that's exactly what, you know, just because 1, 2, 3 don't land don't mean 4, 5, 6. And when they land, if that chin is higher than it was on the first 3 punches you threw, and it just so happens to land on that button, then that's what matters, you know what I mean? And you got a higher chance of winning the exchange and landing more when you throw more, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Which is always great in the judges' eyes, is if you're throwing more punches, being more aggressive, and landing more, you know?
It's kind of a long feeling out process in this fight. You know? Like you said, just 1s and 2s here and there. One of these guys need to step it up a little bit. Jump out of their comfort zone that we were talking about earlier and try to land something big like that head kick right there.
Yeah, he said
just like you said, set up with a couple jabs.
You know, I've had a chance of working with Caleb, man. He's got great move. He's got good power. You know, things that I've worked with him on is to tell him, you know, once he earns that real estate, once he gets inside, work, go to work. You know, pop, 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 pop. You know, so I'm anxious to see what he does when he really gets inside. Maybe next round, and he gets inside and can really do some things. But I say Tremiere's doing a great job of just moving, being calm. You know what I mean? Comes from a good camp, solid base, still calm, not breathing too heavy. So I'm pumped for the second round.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Hollie didn't look rattled at all, even though Gall was able to land a few shots there.
No, yeah, Gall definitely stayed a little busy. And to go back to what you were saying, you know, a wise man once told me, if you pay to get in, fire at least 3. From the late, great Gary Schroeder told me that back in the day. If you're going to pay to get in, fire at least 3. And that's what you need to do. I mean, that's what both of these guys have to do. Both short, stocky guys. If they get on the inside and they can throw a couple, man, they need to, for sure.
Hey, you know, since you brought up the old man, I gotta, you know, big shout out to Gary Schroeder. You know, Zach, that's where we got started at, the old church, man, and a lot of fighters have, you know, stopped down and seen him. You know, rest in peace, Gary, going on 2 years of him being gone. Name's still living on, brother. We love you, old man.
So now heading into the second round, scheduled for 3. Anybody have any clue of what Hollie could try to get going right now?
He just got to get more busy.
More active,
you know?
yeah. More active.
For sure. He can pump a jab a couple times too, and see what Gall does and see how he reacts, and then adjust fire from there.
Hey, Gall, they both look great, in great shape, man. Gall didn't even sit down, you know what I mean? So
yeah, these guys aren't tired.
And Tremiere, he's breathing perfectly fine too. So
yeah,
I mean, I'd like to see him set up that right and then the kick. You know what I mean? Tremiere, that would help him a little bit more. But that's up for his corner to make sure he does. And there he goes. He's cutting that angle with that left hook. If he would just fire that right off a little more.
Good leg kick there by Gall. He's got to set up those head kicks. You know, he was doing a good job of it in the first round. He's got to continue that into the second.
Oh, good
one too there by Tremiere.
Seemed like he might be finding his distance a little bit better.
Yeah, maybe it's just taking him a little time to get comfortable.
Both of them need to point a little bit more with their eyebrows, man, instead of being so high with their chin. You know what I mean? When they reach, you can tell that neither of them are too comfortable with taking contact yet. And they'll learn that over the years. But you know, that chin has to be down. You have to point with your eyebrows a little bit more, man. You might not be so worried. You know, you got to trust your defense. You might not be so worried about getting punched, you know, when you learn to keep that chin down. But I like that they're both staying active. And and being, looking like two dominant wrestlers, like their figure shows, but they're keeping it a stand-up fight, aren't they?
Yeah, Tremiere's doing a little job being a little more aggressive. He put Gall's back up against Cage a couple times here, but now he's got his own back against Cage. He needs to look to switch that up, circle hard, and get Gall's back against the cage here. That was a good opportunity for him, but now he's backing up and putting his back against the cage again. If he's gonna do that, if he's gonna try to keep himself comfortable in that spot, then he's got to counter. And he's not doing a good job of that right now. He's letting Gall push him around.
Yeah, and I'm curious to wonder how these judges are looking at that. Like, are they looking at it like, all right, nobody's landing, because they're both have great defense and great movement. Like, so who is winning this, man? I wouldn't want to judge this, and I usually like to think I show a fair amount of decision, but I don't they're going back and forth, both landing one, or maybe a kick every now and again, or a cross, but it's pretty even still.
Yeah.
I think early on in this round, Hollie was doing a little bit more, but Gall has been coming on the last 30 to 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, good left there by Gall. Tremiere's still pumping that 1-2 pretty well.
He's with it. He's game. He's game. Neither of them are closing the distance too much, man.
Both these guys just need to bite down and plant their feet and start banging it out.
Yep. Good jab.
Good jab there.
Good jab. Let's see if he gets takedown. Nope.
Gall tried for a little takedown. Got stuffed pretty easy.
I hope Tremiere's corner saw that jab that he threw and was able to land.
Yeah.
Might be something you should tell him to keep trying to do.
You know what I mean? Just pump it out there, man. Like I said, there's 3 jabs. And once again, Gary Schroeder taught me this. You measure, you joust, and you distract them. You know what I mean? There's 3 ways you use that thing: a joust, a measuring tool, and then you check your distance, and then a distraction. You know what I mean? So you really, he's got it. I mean, jab is the most underrated tool in MMA, I'd say, right? But well, it used to be at least, and I feel like it's butter, man. If you can get that thing down with basics, that jab it'll work for you almost every time, man. You just got to pick the time to use it and use it in the right way. But if you can get it flicking, just whop, whop, nice, more of a snap. Like I said, not so much of a joust, JD, but more of a pop, pop. It might be a little bit more effective, But like I said, in MMA, man, you don't need every punch to be full of power. But
here we go, third round about to start.
Easier said than done. I'm excited. Here we go. Let's get it, boys.
Third and final round of this matchup between Tremiere Hollie and Caleb Gall here at Cage Aggression 22. Live from Burlington, Iowa in the Catfish Casino.
Gall trying to pump up the crowd here, and it seems to be working. Let's see what he can pull off in this third round here. Both these guys got to get down, bite down here, and throw some hands. Oh, a nice little hook kick there.
Hey,
crescent kick.
Eric Wisely's been using that kick all camp, man. So we got a little blood coming out of Caleb's nose.
Yeah, not sure from what.
Even that jab in the second round, it looked like he made the most contact with that jab that last round.
Good kick.
Yeah, Gall definitely coming out more
That seems to be the
aggressive.
most effective thing that he's been using is that lead leg kick, that outside leg kick on Tremiere. Good body kick there too.
Nice. You got to mix it up, man. Here's the thing about MMA, man. You can throw. Oh, very nice. That left hand. That left is money, man. I love being southpaw, man. It's just, especially versus right-hand
And
fighters.
a good straight left there too. Now these guys are finally starting to trade.
I love it.
Gall's eyes are wide open. He knows it's getting crazy in there.
Hollie has a little bit of blood trickling down underneath his left eye. Shouldn't be causing too much problem.
Yeah, and then you got Gall with the bloody nose here too. So
Definitely.
guys got just about the same amount of damage. Good tie up there. He's got the tie clinch. Good body knee there. Nice
Textbook with the Fairtex shorts on, man.
That's right.
Good for him.
Redirecting the head, get him off balance, and wham that knee into his stomach. Good couple punches there.
Under 1 minute
That looked
left.
like a low shot there.
Yeah, a little bit of low blow.
Yep. And the ref doesn't stop it. Apparently he didn't see it.
No,
Takedown by Tremiere.
Actually, I heard Bruce telling me he hit him on the hip. He said, man, he hit you over there. It wasn't a nut shot.
I don't know if I could agree with that, but Bruce is the man in charge.
Yeah,
Bruce
right.
is the boss.
Yeah. Like how he's got that overhook so he can't explode. I would really like for him to close the guard, or at least bring the legs up. There we go. We work those hips. Uh-oh.
Now he's working for the armbar here.
His arm too
Now he
slippery.
needs
I think it's too slippery right now, right?
He's got to get his arm out of there, though. Otherwise, he's going to go for the triangle, and he does.
If I was Gall, man, I would really just put my hips on that, put my feet on those hips, really create that seat, and try to get to that cage and get to my feet, just to leave it in the judge's eyes
Especially
one
with
last
short
time.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Go Plata.
Plata here.
And he earned some. Hey, there they go. Good job.
Taking a page out of Nick Diaz's book there.
Good job, Tremiere, Hollie, and Caleb Gall. You guys fought for it, man.
I got to say, that'd be a tough one to call.
Yeah.
These guys,
I don't wanna be a
these guys
judge.
left it in there in the third round.
I don't want to be a judge. I'm going to go ahead and say Caleb got the third. I'm going to say Tremiere got the second.
What about first?
I got to, man, that's a throw up.
No comment. No comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hard
Like I
one.
said, man, I'm commentating tonight.
No,
I'm
I
not
mean,
judging.
You look at the replays. I mean, these guys were trading. Pretty even trades there. A couple misses with the left.
Heck of
Tremiere
a
misses
fight.
with the right.
Yeah, nobody was doing,
There's this
overly
knee.
overly major damage, but
And there's the weird nut shot thing, and he gets the takedown.
is that an actual combo, the nut shot
The
thing?
nut shot. Well, I mean,
I told you
it
guys
shouldn't
last
be a
night.
combo, but if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's what I always heard.
I told you guys last night, I'm all for the nut shot, man. We did it. Be 5 minutes. Knee each other in the nuts at the same time. Do both, we're good to go.
It's a wash.
Double-sided sword, Yeah, no, those guys, neither of them should hang their head. They fought to decision. Neither of them got finished. They both showed great composure, calm. They stayed with it the whole fight, man. No injuries. Good job to these boys. It's a good amateur fight, man. Grow from it, gentlemen. You guys did great.
It's like Jason Vargas is ready to give us our decision in this bout. Look at Spiffy in the green tonight, isn't he?
Yeah. He's always hooked up with those Duckies formal wear, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecard for our decision. Our judges scored this contest 29-28, 30-27, and 30-27, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Caleb Gall.
There you have it, Caleb Gall, your winner here tonight at Cage Aggression 22, live from the Catfish Bend Casino in Burlington, Iowa.
All right, come on over here, Caleb. I'm here with our winner, Caleb Gall. Caleb, man, hard, tough fought decision. Wasn't exactly the opponent that you had your eyes set on at first, but you and I talked, you came out and did exactly what you said you were going to do against your original opponent. How does it feel with this, I guess, somewhat of a homecoming type victory for you, buddy?
Hey man, it feels good. First time I ever fought in my hometown, so thank everyone for coming out. Mike Goodwin, thanks for putting me on. It's actually my dad's birthday last week. He's here somewhere. Happy birthday, Pop. Feel good. Thanks S&J, thanks to all my sponsors, Summit Training Facility, thanks for bringing me in, man. I feel good.
Now, you were finding your range really well with a lot of those kicks, something that you said you really wanted to focus on tonight. What was running through your mind as soon as you went to your back?
Man, I've been training at Summit. I've come through on my back. I had him going in a go-go plot at the end of the last 10 seconds. I knew he couldn't do any damage on top, so I just relaxed, wrestled, let him gas himself out. It was awesome.
There you go. I thought I might have seen an armbar attempt in there too. Get going for a little poetic justice, were you?
Hey, I was going for everything, triangle, armbar, anything that worked.
Well, hey, I want to check with you one more time. I know you're aching to get back and start the celebration. Anything you want to add to our discussion, Caleb?
No, man, but I want to thank Burlington for coming out to the Catfish Bend Casino and watching us put on, man. We love it.
Hey, let's hear it one more time for Caleb Gall and Tremiere, his opponent.